Okay.
Are we back?
It says it's streaming again. Are we back? Let us know if we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay. That was, I have no idea what happened. It just, all of a sudden it said, you're not connected to Twitch anymore. And then I just rebooted OBS and now we're back. So we haven't touched the game at all. Don't worry. Just, it's kind of interrupted our dramatic moment here. So yeah, have a moment to look at the boy and his flicking tail. Oh, look at how spicy he is. Yeah, unfortunately, there may be an ad running, so let's give it a couple minutes.
You want to take this opportunity to
In fact, yeah, why don't we just run an ad break now if we can, because hopefully that'll catch everybody up all together, and then we'll pick it back up, all right? And we're about halfway through the stream anyway, so this is a good time. Take your stretch, and we'll be back in about 3 minutes, okay? cat, I swear. That tail's like just... it's like it's not even something he's in control of.
No. It's like he has a foot-long id attached to the end of his spine.
Foot-long id. Yes, exactly. Okay, so now that Twitch has crashed and we're back... Oh, now he wants tummy pets, does he? I see.
Once, maybe. Tolerates, perhaps.
All right, where are we? There we go. Let's see if I can put the Twiglet cam back on. Look at... Oh, that's just a thing of wildness. Crazy child. Right, okay. You have to be the barbarian again.
Of course. Suddenly this freezing cold began. I didn't mind the cold much. I'm from the Highlands, we get a lot of snow in the winter. But the kind of cold it was describing sounded awful. Painful, inescapable, like it was freezing from the inside out.
The potent frostbite I mentioned. It seemed a curse to cold and slowly spread throughout its entire body.
I tried to keep itself warm by feeding on solar crabs and cosmic squid, but that didn't help much. So I kept getting more scared and angrier and colder. Until even its brain was freezing over. Couldn't think of anything other than the cold. So in its desperation, it ate the hottest thing it could find.
A star. A star, a giant one at that. It looked deceptively small, contained in its belly. But apparently it was one of the biggest ones the night sky had to offer, the East Star.
It ate Pharos. It ate the guiding star of the endless seas.
It did. And it helped. It kept its frostbite at bay, even if it did not eradicate it. But as you can imagine, such a massive star disappearing did not have the most desirable effect on the astral sea's delicate balance of gravity.
I can imagine that. The whale was really confused about what had happened. When it said all the stars around it suddenly started to fall and spin out of place. They crashed into each other. They caused more and more destruction with each passing moment. I didn't understand everything it described, but it sounded really bad.
That tail. To label it as bad would be quite the understatement. The falling stars ripped holes in Cassiopeia's wings. To think that just one hungry creature could break the entire balance of the universe.
It was hurt and scared.
It should have endured instead of hurting others.
It was alone. It didn't know all that would happen. I like it can count itself lucky you were there to help.
Yeah. Indeed. I don't want to imagine the additional chaos it could have caused.
I don't care about good helps. I just care that we were able to help.
Move the donut from under his butt. Maybe that's what's bugging him. No.
No, he's just spicy.
He's just
a spicy boy.
spicy. Did you also manage to free it of the star in its stomach? No. The frostbite may be gone, but that star is a part of the whale now. It's become the first of a new kind of sun humpback whale. And probably the last, too, as all other stars in the astral sea have now been snuffed out. We will never be able to see the night sky again. And in turn, that whale must forever live with its guilt nestled in its stomach.
Welcome back, Araboops. Good to see you. You're right. Some things are forever changed now. That's kind of the point of disasters. But perhaps the star doesn't stand for shame, but the pride of its survival. We shouldn't be sad that most are gone. We should be happy that one managed to make it through. Besides, we may have lost the night sky's starry companions, but it managed to gain 2 new friends. Even the worst of situations can lead you to light sometimes.
Hey, Mick, how's it going?
Mick! I like that. You should never be sad about finding new friends. Speaking of friends, on the way back, we ran into this traveling souvenir shop. I bought friendship bracelets for Tia and I with little whale charms on them.
Hang on. You bumped the cat cam, the most important part of the stream. Yeah.
But she didn't want to wear them just yet, so I'm waiting until she's ready.
That's very nice of you, isn't it, Tia? They're a hazard for fights. I mean, they could get caught in things.
Sure. I'm looking forward to seeing how they look with your armor.
Huh.
Tia also found something for you at the souvenir shop.
That's...
Then it reminded her of your tavern. And now that I've seen it in person, I agree.
Now I'm curious. What is it? Oh, that's a very pretty mosaic.
The shopkeeper told us a little bit about it. Supposedly, this piece of art represents a new beginning after a hard-fought battle.
Kind of like the rise of the sun hunchback. Hunchback? It should be humpback whale. That's very fitting. Thank you, Tia. So.
I kind of...
Want to dig it in at her?
Going for Clay is the kinder option.
Mm-hmm.
Going for Tia is perhaps the more accurate one.
I'm going for Tia. Tia, aren't you glad Clay was there to help you? I suppose I am.
You really are?
You are surprisingly competent. Perhaps one might even say I could not have done this entirely without you. If one was to be extreme about it.
I think someone like you could do anything alone if you put your mind to it. But that doesn't mean you should have to. I'm always happier when doing difficult things if I have help from other people.
Well, say it, Clay. Stellar teamwork, you two. Keep it up.
Will do.
Much more importantly, clearly our quest was not successful. What are you talking about? You cured the sun humpback whale. You found out why the stars fell. You made new friends. What more could you want from a quest? We still haven't the slightest idea who caused all of this.
An angry humanoid figure.
And that is who exactly?
Well, we can rule out you, me, and the innkeeper.
We can rule out you and I.
Ouch.
No hard feelings. I believe you're innocent, but sometimes evil hides in plain sight.
Paladin.
One must not be led astray. Isn't she a cleric, actually?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I understand. Paranoia is a very hard habit to break.
Clearly someone orchestrated this. It seems too random and methodical to have been an accidental side effect. I must find out what hides in the darkness. If something like this happens again, it could end in a calamity the likes of which we have never seen before. Don't worry about it too much, girlie. This is just kind of how Oblivions are around here. I wouldn't call this just another Oblivion. How often have you seen the stars fall from the sky? 0 times. I was asleep when it happened. And now that it's over, there go my chances of ever witnessing a meteor shower. You should not wish to witness such horrors. Some horrors are fun to look at. Listen, love, when I was your age, I used to worry about stuff like this all the time. This weirdo over here did too. We all did at one time or another. But I know from experience that making such a fuss about it won't get you anywhere. These bite-sized calamities are part of the natural order of things. From chaos to balance to chaos and back, everything just switches around in a big, never-ending circle. Sure, it's good to keep an eye out, but you don't have to give yourself an aneurysm over it.
I love that the shark lady has 2 entire teeth left.
Right? Just think request if it worries you. Follow the flow of the universe. That way, if you're lucky, you'll end up retired. Like me. She is such a Dimension 20 character played by Murph in my head.
Yeah.
Such a leisurely attitude will only lead to failure. And even then, someone's always gonna save the world in the end. And that someone is going to be me. I'm God's chosen princess. My youth. Anyway, old enemy, got another drink for me? I'm running dry.
Anytime, Una. Are you still running low on energy? How about another strong one?
You got it. I love Una so much.
You get your matron blue in.
Right, that's it. She's the Krogan Asari bartender. No, she wasn't Asari. She wasn't Asari. It's Liara, who's
half Krogan.
Who's we believe maybe half Krogan. Yes, but oh yeah, you go back to your original blue. I love her so much. So she was something fighty. How about another sailor's courage? Spinach not included.
Okay.
Right, but I think that we need an additive for this, don't we? We need an additive that gives us extra strength, if I remember correctly. Extra strength and a little bit of crown. No. Let's try the chili pepper. And then
Do you want me to look it up?
two. And then one of those. And then I think one of these. Oh! Nailed it. Here you go, Una. Something strong for the most strong-headed lady I know. Weird way to admit you've lost every argument against me. But this drink is splendid, I'll give you that. See, with one of these, your worries will be washed away with flavor. Good or bad, depends on the day. I find your apathy borders on tragedy. And I find your hero complex unsustainable. Remember, kiddo, they don't build those statues for folks who are alive. Oh my God, I love her so much. Who cares about statues? My purpose is my purpose, and I don't care who immortalizes me. No one's purpose is to die, girl. Life is more meaningful than that. Anyway, my purpose is winning the cards right now. Good luck with your delusions.
I apologize on her behalf.
It's fine.
Tia, are you dying?
No, she was speaking hypothetically.
I'm not sure what that means, but it doesn't sound like it could damage your armor. But, maybe we should listen to her advice. At least a little bit. My granny always says, with age comes the priceless wisdom of mistakes.
I think your grandmother's advice would be much more helpful than whatever a failed hero has to say.
You think retirement is failure?
One's post should never be abandoned. If you can still serve this world, you should.
I'm not sure if that's bleak or inspiring.
The latter. She was right about one thing, though. The past is full of terrible disasters that were prevented, which means that this too could have been attempted before, if not very successfully. Knowledge of something so vile must be scarce and well guarded, maybe even abandoned. I've never come across anything like this anywhere in Aperture's library. Maybe it was all the cake and the humans doing their trials.
Yes. Make the check out to cash. We're between banks right now. Granted, the Aperture has only been standing for a little over 2 decades. This library can't be that vast.
Many of the Order's books were relocated to the new stronghold. But I do believe that we don't currently harbor the knowledge I seek. For that, other avenues must be explored.
What are you considering? We could ask everyone we come across until we find someone who knows something.
A good idea, but that would take far too long. I think we should look for the Everbloom archives.
You said a book club.
An ancient one. Everbloom was one of the great 7
I'd go with Maiden.
Maiden archives, the Gaian one to be specific. Legend has it there used to be one on each plane, even Tuat, the plane of the dead. They were once filled with all of the knowledge of the cosmos, and they grew in size every day thanks to their fearless archivists. Go ahead.
Martin, where have the stars fallen?
But then they fell to an unknown foe and have been lost to time ever since. I believe one of them could hold the answers we seek. Innkeeper, do you perchance know where to find this archive?
Nope, not much of a librarian, unfortunately.
Disappointing.
But you could keep an eye out for it, right? You could ask all the scholarly people that pass through here. Of course, I can do that.
Perhaps you can start by asking that bounty hunter when she's done gambling all her money away.
But you could ask her yourself.
I would rather not.
I will take that terrible task off your hands.
Wonderful. You won't need more than a day or two to take care of all of this, right?
I could do with a little more time.
Nonsense. We don't have more time. I need your full commitment on this, innkeeper.
This is very short notice.
As are disasters typically, hence the vigilance. I shall return to a fully prepared quest tomorrow morning.
Okay. In the meantime, you should rest.
Don't be ridiculous. I have things to do, people to help, prayers to consult.
It was right. A good night's sleep would do wonders for you. I could even offer you some coupons to a beautiful swamp spa.
Fine, I'll take 1 or 2, though they won't be put to much use, I assure you. By rest now, who will this world have faith in? I shall see you tomorrow.
Always nice to see. It's always nice to see burnout happening in real time.
I'm trying not to think about how familiar some of those behaviors are.
Yep.
Right? Exactly.
Don't worry, I'll go with her and make her some soup. Soup always helps me when I have a headache. It looks like she has a big one. Do you want some soup as well?
Yes, please, Clay. That sounds lovely.
I'll bring some by tomorrow. Do you have any allergies?
No, thank you, Clay.
Anytime. Then the recipe will be a surprise. Have a soup herb day. I'll take some of those coupons too.
Wonderful.
Talking through everything really helped. Thank you.
I'm happy to hear that. I hope you hold on to those seashells. Catching up with some astral friends might make you feel a little better too.
Actually, I was thinking I could use the shells to make some friendship bracelets for Tia and I want to carve them into stars. I think that sometimes you have to make something beautiful out of the things that hurt you.
Oh, Clay!
Otherwise, you're left with anger that has nowhere to go. Do you like being angry?
No, I don't.
Me neither.
But we all get angry sometimes. It's not the most fun, but it's important. Never getting angry doesn't solve anything either. It just makes you smaller and smaller until people no longer see you as someone they need to think about.
Why are you going to play me like that, Deadpool? At least I'm not scared of you.
Anger doesn't make you any more of a monster than silence makes you a saint. I'm screenshotting that! My God!
First of all...
My God, game! What are you doing? Jesus.
Motherfucker!
Thank you for that! Okay! Why you gotta be like that? Be a whole person, Clay. And don't be scared of who that is.
I'll try, Innkeeper. Thank you. Hope you find a way back to yourself, too.
Thanks, Clay. What a sweetheart!
What a delightful
What an
man!
absolute sweetheart! Oh,
Lou! I believe this was very posh. 1 second.
I think this was your ding-dong voice.
Top of the evening, do you?
Welcome to my tavern.
Oh, what do my magical eyes see? New faces. New acquaintances. With whom do I have the pleasure today?
No way, a speaking skeleton? Haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Hello there! How incredibly rude of me to leave out introductions. My name is Scully.
And he's so polite as well. You can call me Una, Mr. Scully. And that one over there is my friend Jade.
A fellow Mida, but with rather more skin left, I see. Which isn't immensely difficult, I suppose. Glad to make your acquaintance, Una, and her friend Jade. So the Maidens are named after gemstones.
Yeah, let's ask him. Scully, shouldn't you be named after a gemstone? As far as I'm aware, Mida last names reference their bones, no?
Correct, but I cannot remember what my poor bones are made out of. Death has left quite a lot of gaps in this old noggin of mine.
Let me have a look. Looks like alabaster to me. Hard to say without a thorough analysis, though.
Alabaster. It does sound familiar.
Like an old name, perhaps.
I'm not sure, but it's worth investigating. Thank you so much, Jade. Still, let us stick with Scully until we have some more detailed information.
I think I should be going now. I still have work to do. What a coincidence. I happen to want to say the exact same thing. But wouldn't it be rude of us to just leave that distinguished gentleman all by himself? I think one of us should definitely stay a little longer. Isn't it cool that both of you have bones made out of gemstones?
That is true. I haven't seen another Mida since I woke up. So anywhere between 2 weeks and 2 centuries ago.
The match already. I would be a real shame if the two of you were to become friends. Okay. Huh? Anyway, see ya.
Peace out.
That was quick.
Indeed.
I guess a woman her age knows what she wants. Can't remember.
Good mythical morning.
Can't remember this individual.
Possibly non-binary. One of a pair of mage twins.
Okay. It's well past sunset, Hex.
That might be true, but it's still...
Morning somewhere, I know.
You got it. But today, I'm not here to talk with you about primordial magic. No, today, we are going to celebrate my sister.
Oh. Hello, everyone. Come on in.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Scully.
Jade.
You can call me Hex, and this is Grace, my little sister. Yes, I know, she's taller than me. You can keep it to yourselves. We're here to celebrate, not to roast, although some fire might be fun.
No fireballs inside, Hexagon.
If you insist, a fireless party it is then. My bones are aching for a party. I haven't attended one in what feels like an eternity. What's the occasion? My wonderfully talented sister successfully defended her wizard doctoral thesis just today. She can now call herself an actual, full-blown, selenite witch.
It's not that special, honestly. I beg to differ. That's a majorly big deal. Congrats.
I must congratulate you as well. Quite an outstanding achievement indeed.
You're very sweet. Thank you.
I have to agree with everyone. You should be very proud of yourself. How about a drink on the house to celebrate your graduation?
Hex already told me that you're a real magical connoisseur. I would love to taste one of your creations, innkeeper. But I don't know what to pick. Could you recommend something for me?
Of course. How about a drink for your wits? Your brain must be tired after debating your professors all day.
That sounds lovely. My brain could use a little pick-me-up.
Coming right up.
I feel like she probably defended her thesis with fireballs, a thing which would have made my fever much more fun, right? All right, something on the brain juice side of things. How are we doing, Spicy Boy?
He's going full long.
Is he being a long boy?
He's being long boy.
He's a long boy.
He was earlier today completely extended to the point where his tail was on my desk and his front paws were on Marguerite's.
Aww. His tail is still spicy. All right, something with brain juice. Can we do something brain juicier? There we go. A sparkling nebula. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So let's try.
Also, hi Doc, good to see you.
Sparkling nebula. Good job. My, this is delightful.
See, told you, they definitely knows their craft. Say, innkeeper, do you have a PhD in mixology by any chance?
Last time I checked, no. But I do have a lot of experience. Took me a while to get the hang of it. I can tell your drinks are really tasty. I could easily go for another round of debating right now. Anyone else up for a drink? Nah, not yet. I'm still energized from earlier. Scully, Hex, what about you two?
I'm good. I don't want to steal the show today. I would love a refreshment for these old bones, actually. Perhaps something that'll bring back the charm of the old days.
At your service. Charm, huh? Let's see. 1,000 Winds might do it. Yeah. Let me see what my other options are. Or a Sunny Breeze. That's much more his style, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we'll probably have to find a place to wrap this up here pretty quick.
Yeah. Or also rocking up on an ad break.
Yeah, that's just why it would make a good place to take a break. That is not a Sunny Breeze. Okay.
Looks like it needs to be brainier.
Yeah. So what additives do I have? Oh, let's try this.
Say again. Andy's job is bucket.
1, 2, 3. And then just a touch of this. There we go. Good job. Here you go, a drink for the charming gentleman.
Oh, what lovely taste. It warms my bones inside and out.
Should I be worried?
Maybe it's an undead thing. Well, theoretically, it would be possible for a magical drink to warm one's bones. You just need...
You and your wild dreams, Hexy. Maybe leave those experiments to someone with an actual laboratory for once.
All that talking about studying and degrees brings me back to so many old memories. I also was a scholar once. I spent my life as an archivist at the Gaian Everbloom Archives, to be precise.
Dun, dun, dun! And that's like the perfect place to stop, right?
I think it is, yeah.
I kind of want to try and finish the scene, though, but to do that, we need to... Hang on, do I have a snooze?
Put the ad break 5 minutes, see if we can do it.
I have a snooze. Let's see if we can finish this day.
Before my, well, supposedly eternal slumber.
I've read a lot about the old archives, but I've never had the chance to talk to one. Well, obviously, they're all dead.
All of them?
Yes, the archives were destroyed ages ago. They're almost a myth now.
Oh. That's quite sad. A lot of knowledge must have got lost with them.
I guess so. If you wouldn't mind, Scully, I'd love to hear some more about them. Maybe we can revive some of that old knowledge.
It would be my pleasure, but sadly I cannot remember much of my research. All those years below ground and without sunlight don't seem to have been good for my memory. It's been a few centuries since I've been alive. I'm not even sure where one would find the archives nowadays. Well, they're ruins, rather. Yeah.
Do you remember the environment surrounding them? Maybe that could help.
A little, I believe. I might even have woken up close by. My early memories of the skeleton are quite hazy. During my lifetime, the archives were located deep underground. Gaia's lively blessings were juxtaposed with a hostile and lifeless mountain range. They were surrounded by nothing but rocks and boulders as sharp as talons and fangs. Even if you made it out of the mountains, you'd be greeted by either dry steps or a poisonous lake. The liquid in that lake could singe the meat right off your bones. I knew someone that fell into the lake once. I remember it as if it were yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that sounds like not the best place to build an important archival stronghold.
I wouldn't necessarily... Oh, that's you.
Wouldn't necessarily agree. They say the books and scrolls of the Maiden archives contain all the mysteries of our world and the realms that surround us. Of course, you have to protect that knowledge. It would be a shame if someone... Anyways.
I think I know the place Scully's talking about. Oh? It sounds just like Gravelmac. Sharp rocks next to a poisonous lake? There's no way a location like that exists twice. On this plane, at least. Or else I would have heard of it.
I wouldn't recommend going there. I bet it's exceptionally dusty after all these years. But think about all those hidden treasures. Knowledge left untouched for millennia.
That sounds a little too ambitious, even for you.
Fine.
Your delicate wizard sensibilities wouldn't last a day in the Gravelmac anyway.
Oh, and you would.
Who can say? Anyway, I gotta go now. Shared enough secrets of the trade today already.
Thank you for your reluctant service. What a lovely young lady. She would have made for a great archivist. And a grumpy one.
I'm sure she just had a long day. As have I, honestly. I'm very tired.
I'm absolutely sure of that. Yeah,
but
you should be proud of yourself, nonetheless. You seem like the kind of person who likes to downplay your achievement.
You're giving very much, Siobhan's Fantasy High.
Siobhan Thompson, Adine.
She's giving very Adine energy here.
Getting your PhD really isn't something small or insignificant in the slightest.
Oh, it's nothing really. I spent a lot of time researching. Defending my thesis was really a formality.
Scully's and my points still stand, and I'm sure your brother would agree with us. Absolutely.
You're all very kind. I really appreciate it. How about we call it a day? It's already getting late.
A splendid idea, as I would expect from a witch like you. Seems fair. Hope you get to enjoy the rest of your evening, innkeeper.
I will, theopractically.
Perfect.
Hopefully. Ah, now we get to build the quest. Excellent. Okay, so the Medine Archives once held the infinite knowledge of the cosmos. The Everbloom could hold answers no one is quite ready for. And then deep within the gravel mac, hit long lost treasures.
What's the grey one right at the bottom?
There we go. The fabled Everbloom archives are located deep within the gravel mac, a lifeless, dangerous mountain range. There we go.
Raiders of the Lost Archives. Beautiful.
The Lost Maiden Everbloom archives are said to offer infinite knowledge to anyone with unanswered questions. Its ruins lie deep within the gravel mac, a dangerous and lifeless mountain range that even seasoned adventurers try to avoid. If that wasn't enough, the mountains are also said to be haunted by nightmarish, bleak stalkers. Let's just hope they don't find abandoned archives cozy and inviting. And hopefully this will wrap up our day. Excellent. So, this ad break is going to start in 40 seconds. I'm going to save the game once we've done wrapping up the day, and then we will come back to some shenanigans. How's that sound? Do. Got to save the game.
That was very nice.
What?
The singing.
Oh, God, I can't remember the name of it. I want to say it's by Grieg. It's part of the Hall of the Mountain King.
I want to say Grieg.
It's the thing that they put in all those cartoons.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not Morning Song. That's do 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 do.
We'll still be humming when we come back from the ads.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the ad break and shut down the game, and we'll come back to shenanigans. Get yourself a stretch. We'll be right back. Dun, 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 dun.